what do you say to investors that perhaps bought at the peak of the market? So maybe they bought an apartment building or they bought an industrial property at the absolute peak of the market. I agree there isn't a collapse of pricing right now, but for someone that is in a position where they have to sell, they are selling into a down market and they probably would have to take a loss for buying something at the peak of the market, call it earlier this year, to selling it right now if they had to panic sale. What do you say to somebody that's put themselves in that kind of position?
Yeah. So first things first, if you're in a position right now where you're in trouble or whatever, you have to see it as a learning opportunity, right? Chad, when is the worst time to sell?
When you have to, when
When
you're
you
forced to.
Yeah, when you're forced to. That's the absolute worst time. And so the when I get into real estate, any piece of real estate that I buy, I ask myself a simple question. If I had to hold on to this for the rest of my life, would I be okay? And if the answer is yes, then I move forward, right? So if someone is stuck in that position right now, because it's easy for me to say, and if you're listening to this podcast right now and you're listening to my words and you're like, wow, it's easy for him to say that because he's not in that position. Well, I want you to remember how you feel so you make better decisions moving forward. Now, if you are in a position where you have to, is there a way that you can put yourself in a position where you don't have to, where it's nice to? For example, can you reposition the property? Can you find a way to bring on another partner? Can you flip it to another structure? Can you add more revenue to the property? You know, sometimes, yeah, we can cut our losses, but sometimes, you know what? We need to see things from a different perspective.